Hello everyone. We're just gonna get our workstation all set up. And then we'll get to painting. I'm just waiting for a few people to come in. So while we get some people in here, I'm just going to clean off my palette. Wet my paints. So, recently I've been doing a lot of reading. Well, not a lot of reading. Like, your girl can read. I can read like a 600 to 700 page book in probably about 3 days, and that's not with like consistent reading. That's like with still functioning, doing other activities, still cooking dinner, still like sleeping at a normal amount. That's like leisurely reading for me. But one of my favorite authors is Cassandra Clare, and she has a series. It's her Shadowhunter series, her Shadowhunter novels, and it's kind of like the equivalent to how like you have Harry Potter as a series, and then you have the Magical Creatures series. It's in the same world, but it's just a different series, a different storyline. So that's what Cassandra Clare's books are like, her Shadowhunter series. She has multiple different series in the same world, and sometimes like the characters connect with each other from different series and different books, and sometimes they don't. It's like completely new series or storyline. Okay, so that's clean. I'm gonna go freshen up my water while I get some of you in here. But so I bought all of her books recently because my local library does not carry them anymore, and it's been rather frustrating trying to get rental books. So I just said screw it, and I bought them all, so this way I can read them at my leisure as many times as I want, because I can read them over and over and over. And I got paint all over myself too. Good job. Alright, so I'm going to freshen up this water. I will be right back. So I've got my dirty water, my clean water, clearing off my space a bit. Hopefully I can get some of you in here. So because I've been reading lately, and I'm not just reading that series, I'm also reading a Draken series by Shayna Abe. That's A-B-E with an accent on it. And these are my Escoda brushes. I got them recently. I'll probably do a review on them for you. They're travel brushes. It comes in a leather pouch. Escoda. These are from Spain. Okay, so because I've been reading, I am in need of some bookmarks, and I had made some recently, and then I don't know what I did with them. They disappeared somewhere. So we're gonna make some new bookmarks. Let's see. So we're gonna prepare our dividers here. My camera's looking a little blurry. Okay, that's a little clearer there. I do use my phone, and then your fingers get all over your camera lens. Okay. So I'm gonna get the perimeter. Let's start down here first. I've got like 3 fans going. Having a hard time with this tape here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got the bottom border. We're gonna do each side as well, section off our paper. I'm not even sure like the doodles I'm going to use. I know last time I did a few different doodles. Maybe I'll try a beach for one, clouds for another, maybe a butterfly, maybe one of my signature sunflowers. Okay, that one's not long enough for that end, so we're gonna flip it over here. And this is Arches 140-pound paper. It's just like a regular pad of paper. It's not like a block or anything fancy. The paper is like high quality, but the pads are not too expensive. I think I can get a pad of 12 or 20. I'm not sure how many come in a pad, but for like $12 to $14, I think the most I've seen it for is 21, and that was like during the peak prices when the pandemic first started. But normally they're like $12.99, $14. Okay, so we've got the perimeter marked off. So now we're gonna start, and it's okay if they're different sizes. I don't really care. Let's see about here. I don't care if the bookmarks themselves are different sizes. It's alright. I can have a variety of sizes, but I'm gonna try to make them roughly the same. And this tape is like super strong too. Sometimes like if I don't, I have to use like my dryer. Let's make these two a little more even with one another. So they're both going to be a little bigger than the other two. Okay. So there we go. We've got 4 bookmarks sectioned off, and we're going to figure out what kind of designs we want. I think I want to have one of them a beach, one of them like a butterfly. So let's get sketching. I can say, I have to be honest, that I saw the butterfly on someone else's page. So I'm just going to be honest about that, but I'm not selling any of this art. I'm, not claiming credit for anything. It's just for my personal use, just some fun crafting really quickly to have some bookmarks. So these are my Prismacolor Kohl Erase pencils, and I'm just going to sketch like that. All right, so we have butterfly wings there. How do we want these painted? Let's see, what if we had like a border? Let's make it a little more that way. Border like that. Just gonna clean up my lines a little bit. These erase, but they don't erase like completely clean. And I'm gonna do the same thing down here. Okay, so we have that. I'm gonna put a circle here. I'm gonna try. I am terrible with like drawing a circle. It's one of the like simplest things to draw, but for me it's like one of the hardest things to draw. Okay, and then I feel like something like that. Maybe the same thing up here. I think I like it like that. And maybe one more circle. There we go. I like that butterfly. Now we got to figure out the color scheme, but we'll come back to that. Let's do a couple more sketches. This is what I mean by they don't like erase cleanly. There's still like a little residue here. All right. Gonna leave that alone. I think this one I might do horizontally. I might do like some clouds. And then this one I'm going to do vertically. And what are we gonna do on this one? So if I do clouds here, I can do like a sunset here. And maybe I don't really want to do a palm tree though. Decisions. We can try, okay. This one's gonna be quite complicated. Doing some sunflowers. You know me and sunflowers. I've been in one of those moods lately. Okay, so it's really faint because it's yellow, but we have a sunflower right there. I'm gonna do another one. Big one up here. Apparently I was a little bit out of focus. Hi, Fee. And then maybe one in this corner. All right, so we have 3 little half sunflowers there, and we'll color around that. How are you? Can you hear me okay? And this is gonna be clouds, and then we'll do like a beach over here. All right, ready to get painting. Let's start with the sunflowers since I know what those are gonna look like. Gonna start with my silver black velvet brush in a size 8. Okay, cool. All right, get some green. All right. My night's pretty peaceful. I'm making some bookmarks because I've been reading a lot and I need some. So I figure good way to connect with people, pass the time, and some functional art for myself. How have you been? How's Ivy? So yeah, just filling in this background with the bright spring green that I made. I made this with some green gold and some cobalt teal. It is hot in here. And we're just doing a little bit of negative painting by getting like in the corners. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear she's doing well. So as you can see, it's not perfect. Like, some of my lines are a little off, but this is just to be fun. Just for some fun. Doesn't have to be perfect. Not all art has to have a purpose or a meaning. It can just be a nice pastime. I wanted to paint. I didn't want to get into anything too serious today. I'll likely work on a portrait tonight. All right, so I think that's it for the green. All right. So I'm going to let that one dry, and let's move on over to another painting, to another bookmark. Let me, Looking for my blue pencil, I just had it, there it is. Okay. So we're gonna make some waves. These are gonna be waves. All right. So we're gonna get into some phthalo turquoise. And right now we're just gonna do a soft wash over this one. The water further back is going to be darker. And as we get closer and closer to shore, it's gonna lighten up. So for now, we're just working on that gradient. I just splattered everywhere. And we're going to let that dry. And we're gonna come on over to let's do the butterfly. So I'm trying to think what colors I want where. What color should we have the background? I'm really feeling green lately, but we gotta mix it up. Gotta mix it up here. What color do I like? We can make it a yellow and then have, nope. not a yellow. Let's make the background purple. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And I just put my hand in that. Okay. I am not good at like staying in lines at all. Like I mess it up every single time. I'm always going out of the lines. And I think that's part of why I chose watercolor as my medium. I'm not good with the clean edges. I'm just not. So why not choose a medium that part of the beauty of it is the reckless abandonment? Like, just go crazy. I'm just trying to keep my brush really wet. Have this light layer. Thinking a bit will darken it up in some spots, but I just want the first clean wash. There we go. We'll let that dry, and then we can go into another spot within this bookmark, within the butterfly, and color that in. So I'm pretty sure I want these dots to be phthalo blue. Look at that. Phthalo blue and phthalo turquoise are like my two favorite colors, and they're very similar. Phthalo turquoise just has a little green in it. Whenever I'm concentrating, I get quiet. It's like I can't talk and paint at the same time. Like some people can't talk and walk. I can't talk and paint. I'm just dropping some color in there. Rinse off my brush a bit, and then let's go in with cobalt teal, which is a very opaque color, and we'll do I never finished that sentence, but you know where I was heading towards. You know what I was trying to do. Me in circle, struggling again. Okay. And now I think we better leave that alone for a little bit. Our sunflowers are dry. But let's just work on this sunset. All right, so we have that as the first layer, and we'll go in and make that a little more defined on what's going on. We've got a bloom starting here. Okay. So now, let's go into these sunflowers. And again, not taking this too seriously, just having fun with it. I know I can paint sunflowers a lot more precise, a lot more beautiful looking, but it's just for a bookmark. Okay, we're going to take a bit of a darker color. Oops, sorry. Let's go over here and do the same thing. All right, so while those dry, we can go back to our water. We're gonna take some phthalo blue. That rich blue shade, you see that? I love that color. Okay, I'm gonna put some more blue up here. Because even though this is a gradient, I have to start at a deeper color so we have somewhere to fade to. There you go. And then I'm gonna take some of the turquoise and work on this one here. Because if I have them touching, they're gonna bleed into each other. Even now when painting, I'm literally thinking about the books that I'm reading and where I left off on them. Part of me is like afraid it's like not pausing a movie and it's gonna go on without me, which of course is silly, but like that's how much I love to read. Okay. I do like turquoise blue a lot. Phthalo turquoise, we talked about that. And we're gonna put a wash in here. I did not expect that to reactivate, but you know what? It is quite all right. We can fix it up after it dries. There we go. So we've got a wash in there. And going to do this. Just let it spread on out. Gonna do the same thing over here, encourage it to move. There you go. We will let that dry and we can come back to this one here. Okay. So let's deepen up the bottom of this sunset. There we go. Let's get some more rich color. Thank you. I just saw your comment now. You were driving, huh? Kind of getting some cauliflower blooms over there. We're gonna probably have to put something here to give you a perspective that it's a sunset. All right. So testing over here, that's still a bit wet. So we're gonna come back to the sunflowers. We are making bookmarks for those of you that just joined, because I've been reading a lot and using random pieces of paper as bookmarks, so I'm making bookmarks. Gonna take some of this yellow. The bookmarks don't have to be like fancy or anything, just something nice. I really like this one. The one in this corner here is coming out really nice. What a happy accident that was. Okay. Those flowers look cute. I'm happy with that. Okay. So let's see how this water is doing. Here we go. Gonna deepen it a little more. There we go. And then we can take some cobalt teal. We're gonna water this down a bit. Tongue-tied. Okay. And we can do this one. All right, they're starting to come along. I think as it dries, I'll deepen these three a little more. This one is very light. Let's come on over to the butterfly. And I know what color I want the edge of this butterfly. Hopefully I can stay within the lines. Okay. This is Payne's Gray. It's like a cool toned black, like a blue black. Let's get some more Payne's Gray on my brush. Go over this edge. There we go. Hello. All right. So earlier, this little dot messed up. So just gonna go in and clean that up. For those of you that just joined, we are making bookmarks. Okay, so gonna leave that one a bit. We're gonna come on over to this sunset. Some blue. Here we go. I think I'm happy with it like that. And then let's darken up this green a little bit. Just make it a bit more intense. I'm gonna take some yellow. Look at that green. All right. Got the hiccups. So we're just gonna go back in here with a more intense green so that everything else pops a bit more. There we go. Getting in between those petals is negative painting. That's what this technique is called, and I am terrible at it. But we all have to start from somewhere, and practice makes perfect. And the point of this is for fun. Almost done with this one. This one is like my favorite one so far. I don't dislike green, but like, it's not a color I gravitate towards. I gravitate towards like cool leaning colors. So like these here I like. These here I like. There we go. All right. So that's how the sunflowers came out, and I think I'm happy with it just like that. I'm happy with the sunset just like that. It does have cauliflower bloom. I don't mind. We're going to work on this a little more, but it's almost done. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this blue here and make it darker so that this one here can get a little darker. Okay. Okay. So let's finish up this butterfly. I'm gonna take this green and put it here. Okay. Down here. So we have the green, and then we're going to finish off this background. We're gonna make it a little messy. Purposely. There's some water in there. Let this all move around. If it blooms, that's fine. I do not mind at all. Okay. So now we did it earlier where we deepened this up a little bit. I'm just gonna go Do it again. There we go. All right, so now we have 4 new bookmarks. I'm gonna dry this really quick. Warning, it is going to be a little loud, and then we'll take the tape off. I'm warming up the tape a little bit so that it'll come off easy. Okay, so let's get this tape off. There you go. Nice clean edges in between them. I know some people enjoy just like the tape removal process. Okay. And like I said earlier, this is just like a regular pad of paper. It comes in 12. That's one of the reasons why I tape it down so they don't buckle. Just peel it off. And now for the scary part, because I am terrible at cutting. So we're gonna try this. Where's my scissors? There we go. I really should get like a guillotine cutter. There we go. So there's one. And then like if you have like Packers tape, I don't, but if you have like clear Packers tape, you can kind of like laminate these. I'm gonna let this one have its border. So I'm gonna cut it along here. So it says. So this one's gonna have a white border. Nice, nice. And then I'm gonna let the water have a white border. Those things are big. I would love like a guillotine paper cutter. I just don't have like the space for it. And the small ones, I feel like they don't really, they don't cut well. And see right here, this cauliflower bloom, I actually love that in here. I love the imperfections sometimes. And we have, this water's kind of big. Maybe we should trim it down. Let's see. This is our biggest one so far. And that one. All right, let me get these scraps in the garbage. When I have like bigger scraps of paper, I use them as like a swatch card. So I'll show you like here. This is a full sheet of paper, but it's like it's the kind of paper I don't really like, and it was loose in my bin, so I will fill up the whole page with swatches. And the swatches are when, like, say I'm painting a picture and I mix a color and I'm not sure how the color is gonna look, I'll put it on the paper first to test it out. Hi. So for those of you that just entered, we're wrapping it up. And we made some bookmarks. So this is kind of just like water. Think of the ocean, how like it's a deeper blue and then it comes to like a seafoam green. And then we did a butterfly. This is a sunset, probably out west in the desert. How about that? A desert sunset. And then some sunflowers. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Take care.